Why we currently see a pump on the Bitcoin price, that's the question we want to answer in today's video. And with this, a great welcome from my side. Together with Finn and Liam, we will talk about the most important Bitcoin news. Right after the intro, Liam will talk with you about the most important on-chain data. He will take a closer look at the liquidation heat map. He will also tell you something really interesting about the current Bitcoin inflows into the spot ETFs and other on-chain data. Right after this, Finn will jump with you into the charts. He will talk about the daily, hourly time frame and will tell you what are the most important chart pattern and also price level right now. If you like the video in the end, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel and activate the bell. We start right now into the video, so I would say let's go.
We just want to start with the first on-chain data. There are no very interesting news, so let's start directly with our long and short-term holder threshold. And this was very interesting because in the past we have seen this indicator or this on-chain data as an indicator for an upcoming bull market. And here we can see that if the short-term holder supply, here displayed in red, is rising or increasing, and at the same time the long-term holder supply is decreasing, we are going into a bull market like this was here in 2020 or 2021, the case we saw here. And also right now we can see that the long-term holder supply is a little bit decreasing while the short-term holder supply is very strong rising. And here we can see that this is also very clear because we see Bitcoin at approximately or at an average very high price for like that we have been at around $16,000 1 year ago. So basically the $50,000 is a very high price level. And now it is very clear that retail investors or maybe people who didn't invest in Bitcoin yet think, oh, Bitcoin will rise very high, so I will go into Bitcoin right now. And at the same time, the long-term holders think, we might take some profits right now because we are very high with the Bitcoin price. And I also want to mention that this don't have to be an indicator for a bull run, because also here at the mid rally in 2019 we can see here we also had this indication. Here we had a decrease of the long-term holder supply here because we have been very high with the Bitcoin price, because we have been at around $3,000 or $4,000 before this, and we also had a massive increase in the short-term holder supply because Bitcoin got more and more interesting because of the rising price. So this don't has to be an indicator for an upcoming bull market, but it indicates that the Bitcoin price is very high at the current moment and that we might go higher with the Bitcoin price soon. Let's go forward to our next data, and these are the total spot ETF inflows. And we saw an inflow yesterday of around 230 million US dollar, and this is not very high. The day before, so at Thursday, it was 250 million US dollar. And here we can see that the grayscale outflow is very low. So the grayscale outflow is very low and we didn't see high inflows, so we can see that the inflows are cooling down. The inflows of the other ETFs, so except the grayscale outflow, is a little bit decreasing and is going to the downside. And now guys, we want to go forward to our last on-chain data, the liquidation heat map. And here we can see that after we had two retests of the 50,500, 50,600 US dollar here at February 21 and yesterday, we have much liquidity below us, approximately 3 billion in liquidity in this price level of 50,500 US dollar to 50,000 US dollar. So we might grab this liquidity soon or about to grab this liquidity around the weekend. So guys, let's go forward to the chart analysis.
The Bitcoin chart didn't move that much as we expected it because it's the weekend and the spot ETFs are closed and the volatility is in the last weekends pretty low. So we saw a little pump today, about nearly 1%, but the daily candle is not closed yet, so we could potentially see also further downside and maybe turn this candle a little bit less bullish. But for that we should have a look on the smaller time frame, on the 4-hourly time frame as well as on the 1-hourly time frame. We can clearly see that we just broke out of our symmetrical triangle we yesterday talked about. I had a little short position as we saw some consolidation coming on the bottom. On this 4-hourly consolidation box I closed my short position. I can show you the picture right here, but for now I think we probably consolidate a little bit more on this weekend, and then in the next week we probably see the bigger moves coming. The question now is where we'll see the daily close on Saturday and Sunday, because this could indicate where we'll see the next big moves coming in the next week. As I already told you earlier, we left our big consolidation box, or our bigger consolidation box, on the daily time frame, which was up here to the downside. We saw two big red candles. The last one was yesterday, and if we don't see any big bounce candles like today's candle, if this would close like this, I could imagine that we'll maybe try on this support on the downside again over the weekend, and maybe on Monday we will see another breakout try to the downside. Or if we maybe close the daily candles bullish, so we'll see maybe a daily close like the candle looks at the moment, and maybe see a little bit further upside on Sunday, I could also imagine that we maybe see again a move to the upside and test on if we can try to break this middle line of our consolidation box. So at the moment I'm no active trades and mostly having a look on the daily time frame where the daily candles will close over the weekend.